Hi, hi. Good to see you. Music's going. I'm going. All right, looking good. Let's see. Am I in the right spot? I should scooch a little bit. I became just a little bit detached. All right, music. How's the Pokemon? All right, looks like you can hear that a little bit. You're using a Thunder. Ha. That's. I think I finished this deck. Hey, Troy. All right, so we're gonna work on this one today. So today we're gonna work on our. Wait, how do I move the deck so that I can see the cards in the deck better? I guess I should just be over here then. Okay, so when you do the battle pass, you'll get a... No? There's gotta be a better way to like make the cards bigger. All right, so this is the deck we're gonna work on today. And it's a modified Gardevoir deck. So the only card you'll have to craft for this deck is Cresselia, which you might get from the Battle Pass. I just wanted to play this deck tonight. And then I'm running one Mimikyu V, but it doesn't have to be Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a way to recover the prize tempo. So when your opponent is ahead on prizes, Mimikyu is a way to steal the win. Hey Troy, hey Frost. So this is the deck I'm going to test for a little bit, and we're running. You don't need to run Shadow Rider Calyrex, but it's good to have an additional attacker besides Gardevoir. And Shadow Rider Calyrex is one that you get from the Battle Pass just for playing. Otherwise, we've got this deck gets to run all four Battle VIP passes because you can discard them after turn one. I think this deck really wants a Pokestop. I just don't know what to take out for the Pokestop. Maybe just a switch card or a rare candy. Maybe even a boss's orders. Oh, I was trying out Arven, but I didn't end up finding enough tools. So we're going to take the art of Arven out. Or can I not do that? Gotta go here? Okay. No, that's just the name. Why is it so hard for me to edit this deck? Here we go. All right, so we're going to take out Arven because I was trying to make that package work, and we're going to replace it. I don't think we have enough Vs. We have a few Vs. We're going to put in a V-Star item if I can help it. All right, I need Forest Seal Stone. I might not have it yet. I might have to go claim it. But I'll put it in after I grab it, and then we can make the Arven fit a little bit better. All right, and so that means that I probably just want one Fog Crystal and a Pokestop. It's good to have a stadium. Where are you? Am I misspelling Pokestop? Oh, there's a Pokestop. 1, 2. All right, there's the deck. I think we just want Fog Crystal over one of the Nest Balls, maybe even two of the Nest Balls. 1, 2, and we'll do a third for one of the energies. All right, hey Virgulus, how's it going? All right, we're gonna go ahead and save this, and I'm gonna go check the Battle Pass really quick. Collect. I do have some codes that I can put in too. We get done with the packs. I do like packs. Okay, there's the fourth Gardevoir EX, but you don't want to run all four. The Residue. Cool. Packs are nice. So this is Toad School, so it's Tentacruel, Judge, Judge. Pokeball. Nothing that good. Drifloon is good, but we already have it. Medicham. Acupuncture. That's pretty good, actually. Judge is great. 10 more damage for each damage count on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it doubles the damage. That's cool. And I believe it doesn't quite do enough. One more pack. I think we have like, there's not that many rares in each set. Really is just Vs. There's a lot of Vs. Zamazenta. This Pokemon has any energy attached to it. Takes 30 less damage and it hits for 120. Not bad. Hey, Lion. All right. So that's a really good. So the thing about Pokemon is your goal is always the same. It's draw 6 prizes. So like, actually, all right. I think the best way to talk about it is with this deck, Painting the Town, because this is a pure meta deck. So a V, Volcarona V, or Lumineon V, or Gardevoir EX, which is one of the cards we're going to be working with today, are rule box Pokemon. They're all rule box Pokemon. So when your Pokemon EX is knocked out by an attack, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. When your Pokemon V is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. There's also GX Pokemon. So GX, EX, Vs, they're all the same. They all say your opponent draws 2 prizes when they knock it out. And that's because a long time ago, Pokemon took too long to play. So they started making much more powerful Pokemon that are worth 2 prizes. So Pokemon don't do anything. Hang on. There's nothing inherent about them except for they're worth 2 prizes, except for some cards. Like Path to the Peak is a really good example. Trainers. Path to the Peak says Pokemon with a rule box in play have no abilities. So some cards will say Pokemon V have no abilities. Some cards will say Pokemon GX have no abilities, but rule boxes are new. So it's a little bit like Legacy in Magic, because newer Pokemon cards say rule box, Pokemon with a rule box in play. But before it would say Pokemon V have no abilities, which means that Pokemon EX would get around it. And so now the difference between Pokemon Vs and Pokemon EXs are this Volcarona V. So Volcarona evolves from, normally it would evolve from, what does Volcarona evolve from? I don't remember. But normally this Pokemon would evolve. So you can have a Gardevoir V. But Gardevoir EX is worth 2 prizes even though it still evolves from Kirlia. So that's the main difference between an EX and a V. Larvesta, thank you, Troy. I know. So, in Pokemon, what you want to do when you design a deck, or when you play a deck, is have an idea for how you're going to draw 6 prizes. So in this case, my primary attacker is Smeargle. I want to get my first few prizes with Smeargle with this live painting. Reveal any number of basic energy cards from your hand. This attack does 30 more damage for each type of basic energy you reveal this way. So I use Eldegoss to fill my hand with lots of, this is my energies. I've run a full rainbow of energies. I'm just trying to deal as much damage as possible. So Smeargle is my first prize, but the thing that this deck does is I run Volcarona V. This attack does 20 more damage for each basic energy on your discard pile. Zapdos V, 170 damage, but its attack costs 1 less for each of your opponent's Pokemon V in play. And Moltres. When this Pokemon, when you play it from your hand, you can attach 2 dark energies to it, and it deals 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So I have a different plan against each deck. I want to take my first few prizes with Smeargles, and I'll also use this against like Lunatones and Solrock. And then if they're a grass deck, I will take my last 2 prizes, or last 3. I'll take my last 2 prizes with Volcarona V, or I'll take my last 3 prizes with Galarian Zapdos V against the here. So Thunder's Kick ends up being 1 energy for 170 damage, but only against 1 Pokemon. So the electric deck, which we will also talk about today, runs Regieleki VMAX. A VMAX has 310 HP, but it's worth 3 prizes instead of 2. So what I do with this deck is I'll take the first 2 prizes with Smeargle, I'll snipe something with another Smeargle and Articuno V, and then I'll draw my last 3 prizes off of Regieleki VMAX. Because that's the one rule in Pokemon. There's no way to put more prizes down. It's always going to be 6 prizes. And there's exceptions. There's always exceptions. But this Zapdos V is just for one-shotting a Regieleki VMAX. This is only going to make 1 attack per game, but it's going to be the game-winning attack. So in Pokemon, you need specific solutions, specific answers. And in this case, so you need to be attacking every turn. Like in Pokemon, you either have to draw a prize every turn or prevent your opponent from drawing a prize every turn. So like one thing you'll see when you play a lot is your opponent will play a boss's orders and pull out a bad Pokemon, something that can't get a prize, to try and stop you from drawing a prize. This is a deck. You can play this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon, and then search for any card. So it's Demonic Tutor plus attach an energy. So I am very specifically cheating 1 additional energy into play per turn in order to live painting every turn, turn after turn. But if we have something like Raikou, so one thing you'll see a lot is this Raikou. This Raikou is very good. Deals 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon, and so they'll run Regieleki VMAX, which makes your electric Pokemon deal 30 more damage. With Raikou V to just either get a 2-hit KO or a 1-hit KO, and you'll see this Pokemon a lot. But it's 2 energies to attack, so there are 2 ways that the electric deck likes to put out additional energies, and the first is Flappy. So Flappy has Dynamotor. Once during your turn, you may attach an electric energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So they'll play out a Raikou in front, and then can't attack on turn 1, but it can, on turn 2, evolve 2 Mareats into Flappies, and then start putting extra electric energies out each turn, which means that even if you kill my Raikou every turn, I can still attack with another Raikou. And there's 2, so the 2 big ways that electric decks like to attack are Flappy, and then the other way is with Electric Generator. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach them to 2 basic electric energies to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. So you have to just choose whether you're going to take the consistent turn 2 Flappy or the chancy turn 1 Electric Generator. And that's where the decision making in Pokemon is. Pokemon, your decision making is going to be much more in the deck building than it is in the your deck building is much more important than your gameplay. But as a result, you can copy deck lists, and that's why it's so amazing that they give you all these decks. So we're going to play this Garderex deck, and I'm going to show you, this has a much more consistent plan, okay? So put down Radiant Greninja. You must discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, draw 2 cards. And that's more important to put energies in the discard pile than it is to draw the 2 cards. And then our goal is to get out of Gardevoir EX. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Psychic Pokemon, and put 2 damage counters on it. So this deck uses Gardevoir EX in order to do 2 things. First, attack big with Shadow Rider, Calyrex, and I do really need 1 more Pokemon. I have to get a Zamazenta in here. Zamazenta is an important attacker, and you are going to have to craft 1 to play this deck. Not Zamazenta. Zacian. No? Oh, I'd make it so that I can see all cards, not just cards that I own. All right, so Zacian V, that is 60 damage plus 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. So Gardevoir X lets me play a Zacian V from my hand and then put a ton of energies on it all at once. You might get one of these on the ladder. I'm doing this because I'm a streamer. All right, so the other thing that happens in Pokemon is it's just like magic. You want to try and get max value out of each version of your card. So Ralt's here, Teleportation Burst. We're not going to be using a Psychic this attack too often, but sometimes you'll play a Psychic Energy, and then instead of retreating, you get to use Teleportation Burst, which is Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So it's marginal utility, but it matters. And then Kirlia matters a lot. You must discard a card from your hand, draw 2 cards. So Kirlia is our middle stage, and we are going to always have a Kirlia out before a Gardevoir. So when we play a Kirlia, the the fact that we have these refinements let us play cards that are only useful in very specific situations or on the first turn. Battle Pass VIP, you can only use this card during your first turn. That's fine, because every turn after that, we're going to be discarding it to a Kirlia. Yeah, so we're just trying to get max value each turn, and I need to cut one card because I really want to play this Zacian. Zacian is also great on turn 1. So Pokemon is kind of a game about finding the right cards at the right time in the right situations, and we're going to take out one Pokestop. So in general, you want 9 to 12 energies based on how good you are at searching for energies. You want around 20 trainers. It changes with different decks, but you'll almost always play some amount of cards that will reset your hand, and you have to try to, a lot of times it's Professor's Research, sometimes it's like Judge, and sometimes you can discard your hand and draw 7 cards, or shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards, and the latter is more important when you have a lot of really specific silver bullets that you need to access later in the game. You need a certain amount of items that you can play as many of as you want in a turn that smooth out your draws. Go get a Psychic Energy or a basic Psychic Pokemon. And one thing you'll find is that the difference between Pokemon, individual Pokemon types, is more about the trainers than the actual Pokemon. Because like you'll find Pokemon that do the same thing in multiple different places. I like this as is. All right, so let's play. Shadow Rider Calyrex was the #1 deck last format, pre-rotation. So like, it's kind of cool that it feels so different now with Gardevoir. But this is one of the decks that you get. So you get this deck for purchasing the Battle Pass, even if like you purchase it with in-game currency. But it's kind of awesome that they give you such a complex deck. It's the 10th deck you get. So we're gonna start with this, and then we'll do Electric. Because this one you do have to craft a couple cards for, not much, just a few. So I crafted 1 V, 1 Kirlia. I think that's it. Oh, and you'll need to craft 1 Gardevoir. I just had it already. Because the thing is, there's good Gardevoirs that aren't Gardevoir EX. Gardevoir EX is great, but you want to mix because you don't want to always have to give your opponent 2 prizes every attack. Sorry, I know that was a lot. Dang it, I got a mulligan again. They had 2/2. All right, so Mirage Gate just means they're Lost Box. Lost Box is one of the decks that is hardest to play because their goal isn't... Oh, thanks. The goal of Lost Box isn't... not the best start. Their goal is a little bit different. My goal is to put out a Gardevoir and use Gardevoir to turn one of my Pokemon into a strong attacker. Their goal is to wait and see what I'm doing. So rather than set up an attacker right away, they're going to use Flower Selecting, lots of cards that put cards in a lost zone. And this is the hardest deck out of the decks you get to start because it's purely reactionary. It has a different plan against every deck it plays against. So like against me, it's trying to set up a Giratina V. But like against my Smeargle deck or my Lunatone Solrock deck, it's just trying to put out Cramorants. And the big thing is, how many double prizes are you willing to give up? How many creatures? When I evolve this Kirlia into a Gardevoir, it's worth twice as many prizes. It goes from being worth 1/6 of their win condition to 1/3 of their win condition. And it happens really fast. Lame! This sucks. This is bad, very bad for me. But I have a turn 1 Battle Pass VIP, which I'm happy about. I think it's gonna just be Zacian or Ralts, as much as I want to get this Greninja out. So Ralts means you want to think about your next turn. Because I have a lot of dead cards. So I run this Miriam, shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. If you shuffled any cards into your deck this way, draw 3 cards. But Zacian is a great turn 1. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for a Psychic Energy card attached to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So this is basically an attack that I can use from the bench, but I can't because there's a Path to the Peak in play. So like I don't get to turn 1 Zacian. It also turns off Gardevoir EX, which is what the deck is built around. But it doesn't do anything to stop them. So it means that I don't have the ability to, it turns off my engine. And it doesn't matter if I go first because that Psychic Energy matters a lot, but like, I just don't have a Psychic Energy. You don't get to mulligan in this. Yeah, the Giratina deck is really hard to play and really cool. And like, this is the deck that needs to adjust for you. The deck itself adjusts a lot for what it's playing against and what the meta is, which is kind of cool. Like my Smeargle deck, I stand by that Smeargle deck, but the Smeargle deck isn't going to work until I have the meta figured out, because I basically run Smeargles and then very specific counters. It's called Luminion V and Professor's Research Homebrewed. So Homebrewed, one cool thing about the game now is cards are standardized. So stuff like, so Professor Sycamore, Professor Oak, Professor Juniper are all just Professor's Research, and it's Professor's Research colon Professor Oak. But you're always limited to 4 Professor's Research. And like the boss's orders changed is Giovanni's boss's orders. All right, we're okay. We're gonna Ralts. And now I get to discard a card to draw 2 cards. So it's all about odds, right? Like in Magic. So I'm going to discard the Gardevoir first before I play the Fog Crystal, because I don't know whether I want this to be a Psychic Energy or a Pokemon yet. We're going to see what I draw. But sometimes I might want to pull that out. Oh, what a draw. So this is going to knock me out next turn if I don't evolve. So let's work her. We're working it. Draw 3 cards, discard a Stadium play. A deck needs either its own stadiums or worker. You have to be able to answer your opponent's stadiums. All right, let's see if I can get 3 energies down this turn. I cannot get 3 energies down this turn. I think I evolve and pass. Really want to give my opponent any prizes. We'll go get a Psychic Energy. So you need a way to recover too. My way is Mimikyu V, but there's a lot of good ways to capture that tempo back. All right, and I can shuffle in the worker if I want to, but I don't want to yet. I don't know if I want my opponent. So they can't knock this out. Why can't I switch card? Why can't I play this? What is stopping me from switching right now? Switch your active basic. Oh, it only switches basic Pokemon out. I didn't realize that. Okay, that was my bad. Okay, I was wondering why this card was worse than Switch, and now I know. All right, next turn I want to make sure I get another Ralts down, so I'm going to go ahead and Ultra. I want to make sure I get another Kirlia down next turn. So we're going to put back a Mirim. And a switch card. Ralts. Yeah, that's me not reading my own cards. That's okay, though. That's why we practice. One of my Pokemon. And we'll Pal Pad to get both of these back, because they're both useful later on. And here is Roar of the Sword. So they can actually knock me out next turn. I think it's still worth it just in case I have to retreat. I thought it said switch one of your Pokemon as one of your bench Pokemon. It switched one of your active basic Pokemon. I see now. All right, that needs to come out for a switch. So Giratina V. Ooh, okay, that's pretty lucky for me. I run Cheryl. So they are running max switches. They're running all 4 switches, all 4 escape ropes. Usually it's 10. It's 4 escape ropes, 4 switch carts, and 2 switches. And that's because flower selecting needs to make it the active, and this is the only consistent way to put cards into the Lost Zone. And they're trying very hard to get cards into the Lost Zone. Oh, you're lame. Fascinating, my Kirlia. I think I lose this because they're going to take 3 prizes to knock out the Shadow Rider Calyrex. Yeah, that's fine. Calyrex will attack. We're gonna just Professor's Research. Another Ralts. and refine. Spooky door! I'm just drawing a lot of cards right now. You might have to do it from, get the energies off of here. This is only worth 2 prizes. Then we can Cresselia for later? Yeah, Cresselia for later. So the idea here, so Cresselia says, move 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Gardevoir says, as often as you like during your turn, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon and put 2 damage counters on it. Let's attack first, and then I'll explain the rest. So you put an energy on all of your Pokemon, and then pull damage off of all of them with Cresselia. But it's a nice way to snipe. It's kind of important to heal. So Giratina V-Star evolves into Giratina V-Star. V-Star has a once per game attack, which is knock out a Pokemon. So I need to make sure that they use it on something that is less devastating. But really, I just want to put down the Gardevoir and judge them. Resetting the opposing hand is really important against this deck. And their thresholds are at 5 cards, 7 cards, and 10 cards. 4 cards. So 4 cards is where Cramorant can attack. 7 cards in the last zone is where they can play Mirage Gate. So they're 7. They're up to 8 now. And 10 cards is where they can use their V-Star ability from Giratina V. That's really scary. If I can knock out the Giratina V, I will. Alright, so this does 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. Okay. Ow. I've got 3 energies in the discard pile. 6 energies. This deals 10 plus 30 more. So 6 energies is 180, 190. Ow. Can I kill this? I could just knock out the Comfy. Yeah, we're gonna knock out the Comfy this turn. Just snipe it and judge. So first we're gonna use Mimikyu. So if they knock this Giratina, the Shadow Rider Calyrex out, I do die. I lose the game. Hang on. How many energies do I need to get into the discard pile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energies is 220 damage. So 8 energies is 250, 280, 9, 10 energies. Alright. Alright, I just have to kill them this turn. And hope that they can't kill me back. Evolve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 270, 280. So I can knock it out now. I need to make it harder to knock this out back. So, Psychic Energy for my turn. That was a mistake, damn it! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to discard that. 9 times 30 is 270. No, we're good, we're good, we're good. I'm trying to figure out if I can afford to Roxanne this turn. Which I think I can. We'll switch first. Roxanne. Psychic Embrace. We're gonna spread this around as much as I can. This may take a minute. OG with 2 eyes. 2. 3. 4. 5. 130. 6. Alright. So that is 280 exactly. And I can still evolve, just make it a little harder. And draw some cards, because it's good to draw cards, and I can still draw another Gardevoir. Max Geist. Kill the V-Star. Alright, I'm in the game. Because they only have 2 cards in hand, because Roxanne is a way to recover. Need to get a safer work playlist together for my Pokemon streams. Astronaut is narcissistic. Alright, we knocked out the Giratina V-Star, so hopefully we manage to keep them from drawing a prize this turn. It's gonna be tough for them because we put them down to 2 cards. I love Roxanne. Like, you do have to put on the red light for Roxanne. You can only use it if your opponent has 3 or fewer prize cards, so usually near the end game. But I love having access to 1 copy of Roxanne because you won't play it in 7 out of 10 games, but when you need to play it, it wins the game. Like, the difference between Judge is 4 cards, and Roxanne is only 2 cards, and they need a supporter to recover. Yeah, they just left with that knockout, so we'll kill the comp. Calyrex hits hard. And when you spend a lot of time setting up one Pokemon that your opponent snipes, it feels real bad. Which is why Pokemon that require too much setup are not very popular. I'll get 3 games in with this, and then we'll do some with the electric deck. Some daily quests. What I'm trying to get to is a Forest Seal. Yeah, this is it. All right, Forest Seal Stone. So V-Star abilities are something that you can. It's a once per game thing. Everybody gets 1 V-Star ability per game. So what do you do if you have a Pokemon that doesn't have a V-Star ability? Well, there's Forest Seal Stone. During your turn, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. So it gets you any card you need once per game, and it's just good to have. So, like, I want one for this deck because I don't have a V-Star deck. And we get it back. Teamstar Grunt. Put an energy card from your opponent's active Pokemon on top of their deck. We have come a long way since energy removal. Attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to your Pokemon. Okay. Alright, so what the Forest Seal Stone does is turn on another subsection of reporters. So we get to play Arven now. So your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card. And we're going to play exactly 1 Arven. And the Forest Seal Stone. Because we don't have a V-Star ability. The Nest Ball doesn't feel very relevant. What else comes out for Arven, though? Maybe just Palpat or Judge. I like cutting the Judge. Alright, let's play. I didn't realize I was getting Forest Seal so soon, or I would have just played the game and grabbed it before this stream. If anybody wants to play a game also, just hit me up. We can just play with friends. I know Virgilus wanted to play. There's so much judging, just no judges. Let me know when you want to play and we can play a game. That goes for anybody, by the way. If anyone else wants to play a game after I get a game or two in, I'm pretty happy. All right, so this is the other Gardevoir, Brainwave. So this is just a Gardevoir that is an attacker, and it's good to have options. Not the best start for us, but we'll be okay. Let's go spin the Pokestop. That's the danger, is we risk accidentally milling our own Zacian. But we're gonna rare candy up to a Ralts next turn, so it's fine. You want this is the downside to Roxanne, is not having a playable support in your opening hand is like not having a dual land. It's like missing a color. I should have Fog Crystal for Zacian before I spun the Pokestop. Look at how cute this Ralt is! It's so cute. This Ralt is really just amazing. Mesagoza. Any Pokemon? Any Pokemon. Cool. We're gonna mirror him first. Where were you last year in Battle Pass? Tails. The power of the coin flip. Usually don't. I only run the one rare candy as a silver bullet card. And I could have dug. I wanted to dig for the other Gardevoir, but just drawing the cards is useful. Let's go get another Ralt. Nah, we'll get the Zacian. Alright, this way I have two attackers set up. So whatever they kill, I can pull out the other one. Because right now I'm hitting for 150. It's okay, everybody's flipping tails today. But they have a Dragapult. They don't even have a Gardevoir coin. Playing a Gardevoir deck without a Gardevoir coin. I love these little story cards, the full arts. Pokemon art is so cute. Full art Avery. I like his Manaphy a lot. It's so cute. Makes me feel like I'm playing Pokemon Snap. I wonder how hard it is to craft the full art Ralts. They didn't have the energy. We'll flip a coin first. I love it. The new Pokemon Snap is amazing. It's called New Pokemon Snap, and it's awesome. Oh, does that get it me? All right. So right now I'm dealing 60, 30 30 more. So 60, 90, 120, 150. I can get it up to 180. 210. I'm 10 short. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more. Door. We're gonna underworld door here. Good thing at her. Damn, I didn't get it. $60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. So one more energy does let me one-shot their Zacian. But if they have a boss's orders, that's really bad for me. Yeah, we're both having weird ones. All right, it's playing after this song, Hatter. One consistent thing about Pokemon, all stadiums are universal. They always are usable by both players, and they always are, like, because that's the place where you are. It is. Boss's orders is like, the thing is, like, the cool thing about Pokemon is drawing 7 cards is comparably powerful to choosing which of your opponent's Pokemon is active. That's just the way the game is designed. Gallade? What does a Gallade do? Once during your turn, search your deck for a supporter card. Okay, that's pretty cool. There's the boss's orders. That's weird. Little shiny Arcana first. We just want to retreat this turn. We'll flip the coin first, and I need to draw an energy. Yeah, I think that's still right. Alright. Come on, energy. No. Did not get the energy. Tragic. Tragic. Tragic turn of events. I'm looking to isolate incognita, baby. Getting zaced. Probably should have pulled out the Gallade first. See, but this is a likely game because this is a 3-prize swing in one turn. So I'm gonna wait for them to drop 5 prizes and then try and steal a win with my Mimikyu. Well, I'll grab a Machoke. Rots! One energy in the discard. Definitely Cresselia. Is it just gonna be Cresselia Zacian? Give me Cresselia Ralts. I max out on Avery's. That's interesting. You can tell they've been playing for a while because they have old full arts. And a new regular commons. Ooh, what's the combo? They're running Gallade instead of these Gardevoir EXs. Interesting. They're going for single prizes after this. So I think they're about to stutter, and I can use this to come back. I don't think they can draw prize next turn. Card and put it into my hand. We'll be fine. Arcana. Alpad puts back Miriam and Roxanne. Devil the support is back in. I'll hold this. So I can play it on the Mimikyu later. That is a good combo. Alright. 210. 1, 2. I really don't want to give them the ability to knock this out by putting a second energy on. So I'm hitting for 210 right now. So we'll first use this Mesagoza. Tails, that's okay. Sometimes Tails fails. We're just gonna get the Fog Crystal. Oh, maybe it's just better to put down the Calyrex, because the VMAX Calyrex is really hard to kill. Very sweet Psychic Embrace. It's a good combo hatter. Oh, nope. Knock you out. The next time I'm gonna boss his orders. Cheryl's nuts. Only works on the Shadow Rider Calyrex, but it's a good card. Miriam! This full art Miriam is like hundreds of dollars if it's in Japanese, and like $40 if it's American. In English, excuse me. One, two, three, four. They might have me here, but I might be able to take it back with Cheryl. This is clever. They held the Psychic Embrace. Look how cute this is, though. So this Gardevoir EX is holding the yarn for this older couple, but like this Ralts was there when they got married. See, look, it's right there in their wedding picture. It's right there when they move into their house. It's so cute. It's a good combo. All right. How do we come back? We have to use our tools. So first we mess a Goza. Because we want a Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX. It's adorable. All right, how many energies do I need to divvy? Cresselia is the problem. So Cresselia can deal 120 to anything. So nothing on the Gardevoir EX. I'm trying to figure out if I can avoid using the boss's orders, but I can't. Gotta pull out the Gardevoir. Okay, so 120. So one. If they have a boss's order, they just lose. But you gotta play like they don't. Alright, so right now, this does 280. We're gonna use Star Alchemy. I forgot to put it in the regular switches. Oh, I'm sorry, Hatter. 280, 300. Phew. Phew. Sorry, lost my train of thought. We're gonna hold this Psychic Energy for the Mimikyu. Max Geist for knockout. Hope they don't have a boss's orders. Like, I have to hope that they're missing a lot of stuff. But we can win if they are. Thank you. I also didn't do the math on Brainwave. 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. 240, 270 is exactly lethal. Damn. If I had done... Oh, that's lethal too. There's no more GG. It's just... thumbs up. Black Day in December. Oh, you can't even see the thumbs up anymore. Let me move the chat up. I didn't realize that I was being covered by it. All right, that was a good game. We lost the mirror, and that's okay. It's a lot for when you win. So you win, you get 20. You lose 10 on the ladder. So one more win, we get to be a Greninja. Bulbasaur. I'd rather be a Bulbasaur. Let's go at that Bulbasaur. All right, game 3. Let me just swap these switch cards for switches. And we'll do that third game. Black Day in December. We're actually going to go switch and escape rope. Just because having the option is nice, and I want my league promo escape ropes. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, that's not so bad. A 9-foot box is manageable. Togepi coin, that's cute. Okay, budget. Yeah, today was Mother's Day, so I dealt with lots of weird families. Nice. Ooh. Spidops EX. Your opponent's action Pokemon costs 1 more to retreat. This is a potential lock deck, but it might just be a good grass deck. This card's cool. Radiant Serena. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it is going to be a shorter stream tonight just because I got to wake up very early for work. So we're just going to test out 2 decks today. We both have battle passes. No way. Because some decks will try and mill you out. That's the only reason. There are decks that'll be like, there used to be a Durant deck where the only basic Pokemon it ran were for Durant, and it would mill you out because Durant would mill you for every turn, which was milling Pokemon is very different than in Magic. But you would sometimes you would just they would mulligan like 8 times, and drawing 8 extra cards is bad. Especially if your turn 1 is discarding your hand and drawing 7 cards anyway. Excuse me. Radiant Greninja, Zacian V. Now we can use them both. This Spidops is about to kill my Ralts. Between Calyrex and Ralts, I think I just want the Ralts right now. Beedrill. Sorry, Ralts, I'm gonna leave you. This is just a nice piece of art, not Fuji. Orseal sounds like a pretty good card to have access to. There's up 2 evolution Pokemon. I don't know who this character is. Is he from Sword and Shield? So shiny. This is a weird Pokemon. Your energies for 120, not bad at all. So this does 180 right now. So 60 more. 90, 120. So my tree cost is 4. You 210. Not quite lethal. They need another Spidops to make it lethal, and they don't have it right now. First, we draw cards. I don't actually want Cresselia yet. Really good draw when you only run one. Oh, thank you, Troy. So we're just going through all the motions right now. We are maxing out our card draw, pitching lots of psychic energies, keep cards flowing. Nice. All right, so this is pretty close to one shiny. Right now I can hit for 150, 180, 210, 240. We're so close. This is hitting me for 90 plus 120 is 210. So even one energy from the Gardevoir means that my Zacian will die. So we're just gonna roar the sword. We're not going to attack this turn because it's the same number of attacks to kill them. We're just gonna trade 2 prizes for 2 prizes here and get my other Gardevoir online. We're trying to get this to die in 1 turn. Oh, they went for the energy rather than the attack for the same reason. I think that's a really nice compliment to actually Hatter. I don't know what Vitality Band does. I take 10 more damage. Oh my god! Wait, I don't understand why it's in on their turn. Oh, they use the seal for Seal Stone. Okay. I think we lose. Not just yet, but we're definitely in a lot of trouble. We'll use the Mimikyu to recover a bit. Evolve. Roxanne. I'll hold off on the Forest Seal Stone. This is gonna knock me out no matter what. So we Shining Arcana first. Alright, so Jeffy! Hey Jeffy, how's it going? Hi Raiders, I'm Scuffle. Good to see ya. Everybody make sure you check out Jeffy. He's got a great energy and I really enjoy his streams. Hi. Dirt Nymph and Isaiah are here too. Everybody make sure you check them out. So we're playing a little bit of Pokemon today, and I'm trying very hard to recover from this Spidops lock, because I can't draw any prizes yet. So if you haven't played Pokemon yet, I highly recommend it. It's free, and it comes with all the Tier 1 decks. This is one of the free decks you get. And today we're just going through some of the free decks so that you can see how to play them. So right now, I deal 60 plus 30 more for each Psychic Energy, but I have to take 20 for each Psychic Energy I attach. So 1, 2, 3... So right now I'm dealing 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240. So no more, I can't put the last energy on because I'll die. Done. Energy for my turn. So I have exactly lethal, and we're gonna go for true lethal next turn. So I don't want to play the Pokestop because that gives them the ability to spin it. I don't want that to happen. So we're just going to Brainwave. And whatever they put out will knock out my Gardevoir. I'm okay with that. Look how cute it is, though. So if you have any questions about Pokemon or you want to know how this game works, just let me know, and I'll get you up to speed. This is pretty cool. My opponent is playing an off-meta Spidops deck. Spider Ninjas and Leafeons and Shiny Serenas. Shiny Greninja. Pokemon are really cute. I love the Gardevoir EX. This is the All-Star Shadow Rider Calyrex is riding a Rapidash. So Calyrex is like a tiny Pokemon that is pretty weak, and then it gets a steed and gets strong. There's Ice Rider Calyrex and Shadow Rider Calyrex. And they were the top tier decks last standard. Kricketune, that gives this Pokemon extra HP. Diglett is still a potato. Might spin the Pokestop and then get rid of it, which is just kind of mean. So my opponent's taking a prize this turn, which gets him down to just 2 prizes. So I need to draw 2 prizes this turn and then more next turn. Ow. Gardevoir. Okay, we are about to put down a Shadow Rider Calyrex. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is go get a Shadow Rider Calyrex. And I don't have a great way to do that. So I'll use my Force Seal Stone, which this is a once per game demonic tutor. Shadow Rider Calyrex is the target. Alright, so if we want to deal 300 damage this turn, then we need 10 energies out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so Fog Crystal. Getting a Psychic Energy. I gotta play most of the Psychic Energies in my deck this turn. I'll draw 3 cards. This is to get more basics. Another Shadow Rider Calyrex would help. So we'll Underworld Door first. I'd like to hold off on the Mimikyu V if I can help it. Question is, can I help it? How much one of these hit for? Leafeon hits for 90 up to 150. Alright. 1. This is going to take a sec, sorry. 2. 3. So 150 is only 210. 4. 230. That would be awesome. I feel like they're working on it. I think that this was kind of a surprise. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anything I want to play first? Nope. Max Geist. The next turn, I just want to play Boss's Orders, get those last 2 prizes. And if they knock this out, I lose, but I don't think they can. I love in this game, so we were just talking about it, but Boss's Orders is just as powerful as draw 7 cards in this game. I gotta finish out all of my shoutouts. Stream mod's still down? Damn it. We'll have to do the regular shoutouts. Sorry, everybody. But I appreciate you being here nonetheless. Oh, it's working. Just a little slow. So Jeffy, how was your stream? What were you doing today? Yeah, we don't have to be fancy about it. We're just gonna pull up that Leafeon. Max Geist. This green number is because they have extra HP from the Cricketune. It's the win. That's kind of cool. I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting some sleep, Hatter. I think we just climbed up to a Bulbasaur. No, I need 2 more wins to be a Bulbasaur. Thanks, Pixel. How you doing today? All right, so that's how the Gardevoir deck works. I think it works out pretty nicely. The other thing I really want to do is, so 2 of the starter decks you get are Miraidon and Regieleki, and I'm going to show you how to combine them into a solid deck. All right, let's pull up the electric Pokemon, and we're going to play a few games with this, and that'll be it for the night. I'm going to try and only use Pokemon that you start with. I'll craft a couple if I have to. So your core is Miraidon is one of the most important Pokemon. Once on your turn, you search up for 2 electric basic Pokemon. So you get to run a toolbox, and you never run out of what you need. And we're going to start with a 2/2 Regieleki VMAX. So that's your line, 2 and 2. So Drapion is oh, we'll pull it up really quick. I'll show you. We're in a little toolbox here. So the reason for that Drapion counters one specific deck, which is a tier 1 deck. So where are you, Drapion? So, Drapion V. It costs 1 less to attack for each of your opponent's Single Strike, Rapid Strike, and Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. It doesn't really do any. The Single Strike thing is not. It's just a trait, and things will only affect Pokemon of that type. And it does 190 damage, and the reason that it's so good is because it one-shots Mew VMAX. So Mew VMAX is one of the best tier 1 decks to win still Bulbasaur. Yeah, so Mew VMAX, choose one of your bench Fusion Strike Pokemon and use it as this attack, and you get to one-shot a Mew VMAX, which is 3 prizes for free. So 1 copy of Drapion in your deck means that you search it up, one-shot a Mew VMAX, and then they say, oh no, what do I do? Well, they put out another Mew VMAX, and then even if they kill it, you get to shuffle it back into your deck, search it up again, and one-shot the second Mew VMAX. So that 1 card changes the shape of the whole game. The rest of the deck is Genesect V. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. So what the deck wants to do is put out 2 Mew VMAX for Genesect V, and then play out the whole hand every turn. The whole game. They play out their whole deck every turn. It's a full combo deck, and it's very strong. Oh, back to what I own, and what's electric. And we need Flappies. We're going to do the Flappy build first, and then we'll do the non-Flappy build. 22 Pokemon is a lot, so we're going to come down a few of them. We're going to come down the Raichu V. I like having access to both Regielekis. Yeah, I like this. So this will be our core of Pokemon. We're going to play some Arvins. We need some Boss's Orders. Always a good idea to have Boss's Orders. Start with 2 and figure it out from there. And I love a single Cheryl. And then since we're running these Arvins, we're going to get a little toolbox of tools together. So Choice Belt is a really good one. We need Forest Seal Stone. I haven't decided on Electric Generator, but I do like the card. Escape Rope, always good. I'm trying to only put in cards that you get. Like free cards, I guess. We need nest balls. And level balls. Really just nest balls. Like level balls are useful. Nest ball. These cards are cool. They're TM scrolls. I always like having one Roxanne. So balls always, so, oops. One thing balls have in common is they always search a Pokemon out of your deck. So level ball is a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Nest ball is a basic Pokemon. Hey, Flip a Thingamabob, thank you so much for the follow. So Pokeballs always get a Pokemon out of your deck, and they do it in different ways. So like Dream Ball, when you took it as a face down prize card, you get to search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench. How you doing, Flubba? Great Ball, look at the top 7 cards, choose a Pokemon. Pokeball is actually the worst one. The random balls tend to do weird things. So like Hisuian Heavy Ball goes to get a Pokemon out of your prizes. Eevee Wiggle. I like the Clara. What's up, Kaiser? What am I waiting for? I like a Pal Pad. No, so the heavy ball pulls a Pokemon out of your prizes and then goes into your prizes. So you put it face down. Pokeball is the worst one. Flip a coin, you go get any Pokemon, but you only have a 50% chance. Always a good idea, but every deck needs at least one professor's research. The different professors' research are just different professors. So like professor's research, Professor Juniper. Professor's research, Professor Magnolia. I like this guy, Professor's research, Professor Turo. I could run a Raihan. So like I think I gotta decide whether I want. There's 2 avenues. You can either take the Flaffy Avenue or the Electric Generator Avenue, but you're just not gonna have room for both. Because I'm already at 45 cards. I need some stadiums. How about a shopping center? Shopping center. Once during each player's turn, that player may put a Pokemon tool attached to one of their Pokemon into their hand. So this is effectively destroy one of your opponent's stadiums. That's useful. Not what we're playing right now, though. This is a deck that can use Switch Cart. 11 energies is a little bit low. So we'll cut 1 electric generator. Well, 12. You want to be at like 9 to 12 electric energy, 9 to 12 energies. All right, so let's talk about some of our card choices. Regieleki VMAX, your basic electric Pokemon, deal 30 more damage to your opponent's Pokemon, which is the whole deck, but you never want to be attacking with Flappy. So it affects everything but Regieleki. 220 damage is not ideal, but a Regieleki is 30 damage. So in Pokemon, you talk about 1 shot or 2 shots. So Lightning Rondo, 20 damage for each bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. If your opponent has a full bench and I have a full bench, that's 220 damage for 2 energies. That's great. So if it's 220 damage for 2 energies, and then I have, where are you? This Choice Belt. The attack of this Pokemon deals 30 more damage. So that's 30 more. That's 250. That'll one-shot most Pokemon Vs. If I have 2 Regielekis, that's 310. That'll one-shot a Gardevoir EX. So Choice Belt, Regieleki VMAX is pretty good. I think I want to run an Ultra Ball or 2 because I want to be able to discard my electric energies. So I'm going to make some room for that. So there's 1 Ultra Ball. Yeah, just one Reggie Lucky for a little bit of bench sniping. There's one Ultra Ball, two Ultra Ball. Do I want a third Ultra Ball? What kind of pal pad for the third Ultra Ball? Never decide on which Ultra Ball art I want. I'm gonna use this one. The Ultra Ball is good when you are discarding your energies anyway. Oh, we gotta do our... It's important that we get the right deck box and everything. EVV max. We can use an EV. It feels weird using an EVV max without an EV in the deck. I like that one. I don't have a lot of deck boxes. I do have a lot of sleeves. If I could play a Caparajah in this format, I would play a Caparajah. I could probably get him with like Glaceon sleeves or Vaporeon sleeves. When I used to play a lot of really competitive Magic, my favorite thing to do, I would take a big stack of elemental tokens with me. These Arceus. I would take a big stack of 1/0 elemental tokens with me for the Master of Waves. Then I was playing Dredge. Oh, I need a name. Reggie. Anybody got a good name for a Reggie Alecki electric deck? Shock Troops. There we go. Mind games. Oops. All right, well, I'm playing with Gardevoir because after all that, I did not switch the decks. I did just eat a whole bottle of ketchup. Yeah, I think this deck does want to go first. Some decks want to go second because they can attack turn one, but this deck wants to evolve first rather than attack first. Oh, shoot. I forgot that I'm not the electric deck. I only have time for a game or two of with the electric deck. Hey, Drapion. Uh-oh, my Greninja is prized. That's okay. What's in my hand? Nothing. No special energies or stadiums. Okay. Energy for my turn. Roar of the Sword, go ahead. I love Roar of the Sword. It's really nice having access to because it lets you, even when you go first and can't attack, you can still use it. Hi, puppy. You want spets? Good boy. 5 energies. Basic is not a great hand to start. Mew! Oh my god, it's so pretty. This card is so pretty. I guess Mew is Jesus. That makes sense. Goosebovitz. Galarian, Ponyta. I don't know what this Pokemon is. Cramorant, both Nidorans. An Arrokuda in the river. I'm not looking at what my opponent's doing at all. I'm just looking at the Mew. Alright, it's Palkia V-Star. Oh, that's adorable, Troy. I love this song. They're just switching up the Mew, probably. They're trying to keep their cards filling with their Bibarel, their Mew, and they want to get their Palkia V-Star ability off. Melanie! No, don't kill my Ralts. That's just mean. I don't think they can kill my Ralts. I like this Palkia. Rule the region. Search up a stadium. Hi, puppy. Let me finish a couple games, and then I'll spend some time with you, okay? Good boy. I'll spin the Pokestop. Hope for the best. Spin! Damn. Not the best, but it'll do. Alright, so right now this hits for 60, 90, 120, 150. So I can take out just Radiant Greninja or Mew, or I can go for the Bibarel. So not a great hand, but a prize is a prize. Card's a card. Give me that Greninja. You can only run one of them. You only have one Radiant Pokemon. So knocking it out on turn 1 is the only good time to knock it out, but then it's a real good. Kirlia! Very happy to see you, Kirlia. You're so cute. Kirlia is a Pokemon that requires you to be happy. That's fine. Still has a sword in its mouth. Irida. Alright, so here's the Palkia. Once per game, pull 3 energies out of your discard pile and put them on your Pokemon. I was hoping to make this a little weaker by killing the Radiant Greninja to make it harder for them to discard the energies. But it looks like they don't have the energies because they'd snap off discarding 2. So 60 plus 20 more. 60 is 100, 120, 140, 160, 180 right now. They can put down a Pokemon on their bench, and that's 200. No energy in their discard pile. Who did your emotes, Troy? $230 they can hit me for? That is a lot. Ow. They already used their V-Star ability. See how it's crossed out over here? So we have Ice Rider Calyrex versus Shadow Rider Calyrex. Thank you. Okay, so this is my only VMAX, so I'm gonna have to go for the kill. Why can't I already use my refinement? That's why. Ooh, sweet and heavy ball. Yes! That's what I needed to see. Field cards. Energy for my turn. Hope for the best. I think I need more nest balls. Just ways to search cards out of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I can kill this Ice Rider Calyrex. But they'll kill my Shadow Rider Calyrex right back. So we're going to do our best here. Need my Mirim. Why do you say that, Duo? Calling you out. Justify yourself. Ice red and go. Ow. Okay, first we refine. I did not. That's so mean. This is a problem. I don't know if they can kill me. How am I doing? Alright, I need to get to 280. I've got 10, 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190, 220. Alright, energy for turn. So I need 270, so 9. So 5 more energies. I've got enough. Present research. Sad about it. Oh, Cheryl for next turn. Couple routes. All right. So 10, 40, 70, 100, 130, 160, 190, 210, 240, 270, 300. And here's the Max Geist. I just like Marvel Snap. But I like Pokemon. They give you all the cards. The games are interesting. And it's always a puzzle. So, I need to get to... I can put 6 energies on here. So, 180, 240 is what my Gardevoir EX can hit for. They're looking for Melanie. So, we'll see if they have it. Because if they have the Melanie, it's a water energy card to one of your Pokemon V, which includes Ice Rider Calyrex. Let's see if they have the Melanie, because they played the energy for their turn. So it's Melanie or bust. And they can't search up a Lumineon V because they already played their Lumineon V, and that's a once per game kind of thing. This Cheryl is awesome right now, though. No energy, no energy, no energy. I have the energy. Want to see someone scoop? Down, they don't want to be like I love you. All right, so we're gonna Ultra Ball. We'll pitch a Heavy Ball and an Ultra Ball. And we just need to make sure all of my oh, I don't have any Kelias! All my Kelias are prized or discarded. That's right. All right, so we're okay. Rare Candy. The Gardevoir. Cheryl. You heal all damage from all evolved Pokemon and pull all the energies off of them. And then we're gonna Shining Arcana. And they don't love you like I love you. Slow down, they don't love you like I. So we use the Shining Arcana and we got an energy. And now we Psychic Embrace. So this is 40, 70, 100, 110. 130, 160, 190. Oh shoot. 30, 60, 90. We just need 10 energies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 310. Oh, one more. We need 11 because it's got 320 HP. All right. And we max Geist for 3 prizes. So this deck takes a little bit longer to set up, but we get to one-shot the V maxes and the Vs. Get those 50% of game prize draws. What's up, what's up, what's up? $800 damage done. All right, we need one more win. If we go 1-1 or better, we will level up. All right, let's play this electric deck. I have until just after 9 tonight. Yeah, I didn't start out in Marvel Snap because right when I was getting started out as a VTuber, they were looking for people to preview their game, and they're looking for VTubers to sponsor. And they were like, let's sponsor you. And I'm like, cool, my very first sponsorship. And then they said, nah, we're not going to do that. I'm like, well, fuck you then. Ooh, turn 1 Mareep is not the best start, but we have an escape room and a nest ball, and that's good enough. Arceus V, this is a good deck to test against because it's a very strong one and it's really consistent. Regidrago V, I've never seen this card. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. If any of those are energies, attach them to this Pokemon. 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Alright. Cool. We're going to nest ball. Nest ball gets Miraidon. And our gets everything else. So tandem unit. Let's see, a Raikou V and a Regieleki V. Anything can attack. Nothing can attack this turn. We'll escape rope. Pull up my Raikou. Fleet-footed. Fleet-footed is so cool. Just draw a card. If you're active, draw a card. Energy for turn. Turn's over. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what happened, Kaiser. And apparently they just changed teams. You might actually remember it. If you were streaming, let's see, a little over a year ago, you might have had a person from Marvel Snap lurking on your stream and saying, hey, do you want to do this thing? Garchompy is some sort of dragon deck. I've never seen this. Regidrago V-Star. We're putting out Regidrago V because if it evolves, Regidrago V Max has free retreat. During your turn, discard the top 7 cards of your deck, put 2 cards in your discard pile into your hand. Uh-oh. That hurts a little. They didn't use the Arceus V-Star attack. So, mill 7, put 2 cards in your discard pile into your hand. That's pretty good. Once per game. Moisture Star. Heal all damage from this Pokemon. That's cool. This is a cool Pokemon. Rolling Iron. I might play with this. This looks fun. Yeah, but that was why I dislike Marvel Snap. So this turn, I can fleet-footed for... Ooh, I can Arven and Evolve. Okay, awesome. And I want to... My goal is to one-shot this Arceus. Oh, that's awesome. So they get to use any of these dragon attacks. That's really cool. All right, we're going to try and draw 2 prizes this turn. So, Miraidon first. We're going to grab Zeraora because it's a strong single energy attacker. And Mareep just to have a backup Mareep. Then we Arven. All right, I gotta do math. So 20 times the number of bench. So 120 from my board, 140, 160, 190, 210. We're still taking the choice belt. Choice belt level ball. Evolve. I don't have another energy. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. Can I recover? Let's see. We're gonna try and draw the energy. Energy. One time off fleet-footed. Oof. That's bad. That's real bad. Let's see what my opponent's deck is trying to do, though. This will be cool. I just need 1 energy. All right, so an energy search lets me... If I put in an energy search, then I have a new conversion of resources, which lets me turn an Arven into an energy. Some sort of dragon healing deck. Cool. Arceus V-Star Dragon deck. I'm very curious to see what this deck is doing. Nest Ball for nothing. Viperd says, I don't know. Discard a card to draw 2 cards. Okay. They're running some sort of dragon toolbox with Regidrago. I love it. Duraludon VMAX is a really specific tech. Prevent all damage from things with special energies. It's really good against the Mew VMAX decks. We're both really hurting for energies right now. Fleet-footed. And then I'll Ultra Ball because I can. This Professor's Research was a really fantastic draw. Professor's Research. There's an electric energy. All right, so 120, 150, 170, 190, 210, 240. We got 2 prizes. We are ahead on board. So what they're trying to do is use Arceus. There's my energies. There's your deck for 3 basic energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon V, except I will get to one-shot this right away. And they're being really careful about how many basics they play because of Raikou V. Lost City. Oh, that's just a cool theme. I like that. I need to find a boss's orders because they're going to try and wall me out with this Regidrago. Apex Dragon lets you use this attack from Gudra. You deal 200, take 80 less. It's going to be tough to break through. Well, it would have been if they hadn't conceded. What are we? 5-1 on the day? That's not bad. We're Bulbasaur. Let's keep playing. That was a good game. We were both hurting for energies for a lot of it. I always like reading their introductory phrase. I made a throne. I only put a stream deck on it because I need to upgrade my stream. I don't really know how to do it. Nice. It's a great starting hand. I like switching bolts. Ooh, it's a mirror. All right, so they're on the Turbo Pure Regilucky VMAX mirror. I think after this game, I'm done for the night. But I'll be back as soon as I am able, which will probably be Wednesday. Pure Regiluckies. Okay. Very cool. It's gonna be a bit of a grind, but that's not a bad thing. That's ball. Just today. I mean, this is my normal work schedule. Like, I usually work Mondays and Tuesdays, but I am just drained. You know how it is. You know how it is. Well, Arvin. We can grab an electric generator and a choice belt. Maybe we can get a lightning wall off this turn. Generate. Yes. Can I one-shot this? 220. I need to look at my hand. All right. Yeah. That's awesome, Hatter. Get you a pizza. You earned it. Yeah. Plasma Blaster! I don't get to attack this turn, but that's fine. Drawing 2 prizes before your opponent gets a real turn is very hard to overcome in this game. It was so cool. She just out nurtures your opponent. EXP share. So this is all starting cards. I think Cheryl's the only thing you have to craft, and it's like 100 dust. Yeah. All right. What is the best way to scramble this? My escape rope is gone. That's a bullet. It can hit for 250, which is not bad. That's a ball. Figure it out from there. We'll get a Flaffy. Flaffy. Voice spout here. Force seal stone here. Raikou lets us retreat. Professor's research. We'll draw a fresh hand of cards. Awesome. Can't retreat twice. We'll use the Force Seal Stone and go grab a switch. So, effects like Photon Blaster, you can't use attack next turn. They only last for 1 turn. Dynamotor. Choke yourself. Fleet-footed. Keep the cards flowing. Three. Anything else I want to grab? We can use Tandem Unit. Maybe just that other Flappy. Because if anything dies, we'll get a Marie. I'll just replace it. Put it on blast for 250. I can Ultra Ball and make it 280. Might as well. I can replace a Pachirisu out of my deck. Regieleki VMAX. Hey Crust, how's it going? Playing a little bit of Pokemon. Can't quite get lethal, but you can see how one more Regieleki VMAX would be lethal. Because I did 280 out of 310. And being able to take 3 prizes with 1 attack is very hard to overcome. I probably could have played out the shopping center to pick up my choice belt for later. Because it doesn't turn 1 shot into 2 shots. But I do have the option of playing out this Regieleki if I get another Marie. I might be able to take 5 prizes this turn. It's going to be tough, but not impossible. I'll send up this Regieleki VMAX. Put down this normal Regieleki. I already used my escape rope, though. I need another escape rope. That's what I'm realizing. Because people who are experienced will play fewer basics because of my Raikou V's, which deals 20 more damage for each bench Pokemon. Oh, sorry. He's waiting on me. Sweet and Heavy Ball. Might as well pull a relevant card out of my prizes. Regieleki. Shopping Center. I've already used this, so it doesn't do anything now. All right. I can hit for 120. It's pretty fun. I'm getting the knockout here. It's just a matter of how efficiently I can get the knockout. And I think the most efficient thing to do is use my lightning wall here. So, electric energy. Dynamotor. Don't forget the dynamotor. All right, let's see if we can hit another Flappy and get this electric wall off. There's another Flappy. Dynamotor, dynamotor. Love the motor. So it's all about getting max value per limited action. And your limited actions are play an energy, play a supporter, and attack. So because it only takes 30 damage to kill it, what additional value can we get? Well, lightning wall means that I take 100 less damage this turn from an attack. Yeah, so Crest, this is the only card in here that you don't start with is Cheryl and then Forest Sealstone. And Forest Sealstone is the level 14 Battle Pass reward. And I was already where I want. It was possible, we're ready to. This card. I think this card's really important. And you get it for level 14 of your Battle Pass. Oh, sorry, Cross. It looks like the Shadow Machine is broken. That's the game. All right, everybody. We're going to call it there for tonight. I know it was a shorter stream. But I got everything done that I wanted to. If you want any of these lists, I'll post them to Discord a little bit later. Probably in just a few minutes. You want to see my Mewtwo deck? I can play a game with that really quick. We had one loss today. The Mewtwo deck's free. Like, it's one of the decks you start with. And I think it's the best deck you start with. It's definitely the most consistent deck you start with. Yeah, it's the best. So technically the best deck you start with is probably Giratina, but it's also the hardest to play and it needs work. So like the reason that this deck is so good is Mirage Gate lets you play any Pokemon. So when you play the Mirage, like this deck is incomplete. You'll have to figure out like what comes out. So like one Sableye, one Snorlax, maybe even Lumineon will come out for something, and you don't know what that is for a while. It's totally meta dependent. But this is the best deck out of the box. I think this deck is nuts. Like, this is my toolbox for it, but there's lots of different, like, this core will not change much of 2-2-4-4-1. All right, we'll do one more game. I want to do one more game with this deck. This is my favorite out of all the decks you start with. And this is my build. I'll post it to the Discord now. Did I want to put in the Forest Seal Stone? Nah. So this is the hardest card to play with that I added, and it's cheap to craft. All right, one more game. One more game. So the number one tip for this deck is never play the second Mewtwo. You only play one Mewtwo. You never play the second Mewtwo. There's obviously going to be exceptions, but never play the second Mewtwo. Like, until you are sure exactly what those exceptions are, never play the second Mewtwo. I'm just reiterating because it's really important. Because the power of the deck is that you are attacking with single prize attackers. I mean, I want to play. I'm just pushing my luck a little. If this takes 10 minutes, I'm just going to have to stop. All right, any requests for the raid tonight? We can go see Mercurio. And Dirt Nymph is streaming. Ears is streaming. We're going to raid Ears. I feel like I never catch Ears at night. Mewtwo V is what you want to start on. And Lunaton's good too. All right. Let's see. I get to go first, so level ball. We're going to just grab the Solrock. This is a great hand because we get to set up a rapid fire. Solrock down. Energy for my turn. Do I Ultra Ball this turn? I don't think I need to Ultra Ball this turn. We can just pass. So Energy Switch lets you play an energy and attack with Mewtwo in the same turn. So it's very important that I attack it right away. And Mewtwo V is good against this deck because it's really hard for them to one-shot it. But if they manage to one-shot it, you're in a lot of trouble. Like, you need to get 2 prizes out of Mewtwo. And if they can attack with Greninja. So some decks can't attack with Greninja, and some decks can. Hey, I should have Ultra Balled last turn, pitching the Energy Switch. Oh, it's Spout's B-Day. I'll stop by and say hi. We can check him out separately. We're gonna give him a shout out anyway, because I like Spout. Ooh, Zinnia's Resolve was a great draw. We're gonna just go ahead and fire that off. 1, 2. Discard 2, draw 4 isn't always great, but it's good enough right now. Solrock. Fog Crystal for his Psychic Energy. Avery is good in this matchup. Ultra Ball, we're getting our Mewtwo V-Star. So they're setting up Greninja. Greninja is how this deck can attack me down. Like, it's one of the only ways they have to draw multiple prizes off of one attacker. And they're doing their best to not play any second attackers. Not play any 2 prize cards. We're just gonna kill the Comfy, because you gotta kill the Comfies. And I'd really like a boss's orders or some cross switchers. I'm just trying to get enough. I love the psychic attack noise. I'm just trying to get enough. Shoot. I'm trying to get 2 prizes out of this. I need to kill this Radiant Greninja because it deals 90 damage to 2 Pokemon. So if we're ahead on prizes and don't play any 2 prizes, and neither of us have any 2 prizes, then they don't have a good way to draw 2 prizes in one turn other than Greninja. So if I can snipe this Greninja this turn, I will win the game. Otherwise, it's going to be close. But some decks can attack with Greninja, some decks can't. All right. Should be at 7 cards, which means they can Mirage Gate now. They're shuffling the Comfies. I need my Roxanne in this matchup. Yeah, they get to run. It's kind of cool seeing the different toolbox people run, because like I don't run any dark energies in my Lost Box. I do run exactly 2 water energies to attack with Radiant Greninja. Yeah, 8 cards in the Lost Zone. There's their Mirage Gate. Getting Psychic Water. Do they have the switch? They do. You know, I don't know the answer to that. Means that they're getting something. Oof. Double Solrock kill is very painful for me. I need to hit one of my relevant. That's relevant. One of my relevant supporters. Radiant Greninja, Fog Crystal, Psychic Energy. Got 2 cards. Done. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Night Dark. That's awesome. Good to know. They can Avery me back, but that's okay. All right, what I need is a rescue carrier, which I can get. I don't think they can draw 2 prizes next turn. I might be wrong, but I really hope I'm not. One, 2. It's gonna be a slog because I need to do this 6 times. And they need to do it 3 times. And they won't play a 2-prizer until they have to. That puts they're at 8 cards in the lost zone, so let's see if they can get to 10 so that they can attack with the Sableye. Ooh, they got it. They got 10 cards in the lost zone. This deck just wants to play as many Colress's experiments as possible, but usually it's really hard to do that without playing Illuminion V. But sometimes they just chain the 3 Colress's experiences, and that's fine. So the red means they use the flower selecting. Very cool. Yeah, take your prizes. They get to draw a prize and set something up for another prize. That's interesting. I probably would have spread it a little bit different. I could pull up the Comfy. I don't think it's worth it. We're just gonna ride on. And either get the rescue carrier or the Cynthia's ambitions. But I think I just want a rescue carrier right now. Rescue. I'm gonna Fog Crystal so I can spread this out a little bit. That way they can't take out all my energies in the same turn. Oh, do I have no more psychic energy in the discard? I don't. Whoops. Okay. So they're ahead on prizes. Probably could have gotten the Roxanne. I need one of my... I should have gotten the Pokestop. Clara does let them set up a Greninja, which is really bad. And I gotta figure out what they got, I guess. Looks like they got Water, Greninja, Sableye. That's really bad. I don't think they can... They need 2 Mirage Gates now. So I'm gonna pull up the Greninja. With cross switchers. Yeah, you can lost mine. I'll snipe the Greninja. Hopefully making it a little more difficult. Well, I need, Roxanne. Roxanne is what I'm looking for. Oh, they're setting up a kill on Mewtwo? That's unexpected. Wonder what they have that can do that. Alright, Solrock. I've got 1 energy. Greninja. It's gonna be tough. They get to draw a prize next turn. That does help. Pokestop helps. Alright, we gotta spin the Pokestop the max number of times to try and hit the second cross switcher. I can choose. Yeah. Cross switcher and Clara are what we're looking for. Which also means we have to thin the deck. Much as we can. Or Roxanne. Roxanne is what we're looking for. This does make it a little bit more difficult for them. Divvying out the energies. Then energy number 1. I only have the 1. Alright, I can hit for 120. Can't discard another card. Alright, so I made a mistake, and I cannot Moonkinesis this turn, but that's okay. We're going to send her the Mewtwo V-Star. Now I can send energy this turn. And however they want to do it, I can still attack with my Lunatone next turn. But if they can one-shot my Mewtwo V-Star, then I will lose, and that's okay. 1, 2. I don't know what they run for their last attack. So I don't know what they have that can deal 260 this turn, but presumably they have something. To Roxanne because they're going to be just setting up another attacker. If they have Clara and 2 Mirage Gates, they can kill me here. There's no hand size limit in Pokemon, which is one of the reasons I like the digital client so much. Dang it, I think that means they got me. Because they get to draw 1 prize this turn and 1 prize next turn. Well, that's what I wanted to draw. Hey! They gave me all but 1 card, and it's a Roxanne. The double, I think that's game. Because they get to divvy out 120. I'll knock out their Pokemon, and then they get to divvy out 120 again. And that 1 Greninja, like I said earlier, that 1 Greninja is the game, because that was when they pulled ahead. Because I was the first one to take a prize, but then they took 2 prizes with 1 attack, and I haven't been able to do that because they haven't put out any Giratina V-Stars. They've only put out Pokemon that are worth single prizes, which is good playing. Good Pokemon. Ooh, Roxanne back. YouTube because I can. Sun Energy because I can. Yeah, this is our worst matchup, but it's not our worst matchup. It's a really even matchup, which I think is cool. And it takes a skilled player to beat this deck. YouTube did all the damage this game. So close. I needed them to miss 1 turn, to not draw a prize 1 time. And they managed to do it every turn the whole game, which is awesome. Very tight playing. They might be running any double prizes, and I kind of like that idea, because they don't even risk starting on the Lumineon B. Cool. Good game. I'm going to try and build that really quick because I have 4 more minutes. We were winning. They came back with a really good Greninja play. It was close. But they got us by 1 prize. Because the thing that happened is they didn't play a single double prize that whole game. All right, so we're going to duplicate. So I want to show you what they just played because I think it's a very clever thing. Lost Box Haymaker is just Giratina. Where'd you go? Giratina V-Star. All right, duplicate. So this is the deck that you start with, right? That you run Giratina. And so what they did is they put in Radiant Greninja as an actual attacker. And then took out the Snorlax. This is a weird card to run. And they took out the Lumineon V, because that's worth 2 prizes. And Giratina, because that's worth 2 prizes. Giratina V-Star, because that's worth 2 prizes. And then they up Sableye, Cramorant, and kept the Comfies. And so that just gives them a much better start all around. I don't even know what other basics they could run, but I'm pretty sure they went 3-3-1, and then they upped everything else. So they ran the switch cards. Where's the switch cards? Yeah, so they just went full blitz. I think they ran 1 less switch. They might have even they ran Battle VIP Pass too. And they upped the Lost Vacuums. Something like this is what they were running. No Thorntons. Yes, boss's orders. Yeah, so lean. I think they were probably even running way less energies. 1, 2, 3. No grass energies, just a few psychic and a few water. Probably 5 and 5. Yeah, this is what I think they were running. They weren't running cross switchers. I don't know what they were running over it. But yeah, very cool. I like that deck a lot. All right, so we're going to call it there for the night. We're going to go ahead and raid my buddy Ears because I haven't seen him on in a bit. But also check out Spout. We shouted him out earlier because it's his birthday. Show him some love. He's playing Elden Ring. Good night, everybody. I'll be back Wednesday. I'll try and play sooner if I can, but likely Wednesday is going to be my next stream. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, Night Dark. Good night. Oh, I always forget. There's 8 seconds. Anybody have any questions in 10 seconds? All right. Good night, everybody. I will have a good night. And that's a great question, Crust. You too.